Hello students, welcome to this fifth lecture of the kinetic theory of gases and the radiation. Now students, we will be proceeding the next part of this chapter. But before that, we have discussed about the specific heat capacity monoatomic in the case of monoatomic gases, that the Mayer's relation, and the diatomic and the polyatomic also we have discussed. Now we will be discussing the next part of this chapter. Now students, the next part of the chapter we will be learning is the emission of the heat radiation. Now before we move to this further article or further point, it is necessary to know the what mean by the emission. So the emission is nothing but when the particular body or particular source of light is generating that source of energy and it just try to impart on that particular surface or the particular object or toward the atmosphere. That is the emission. Suppose you have started the bulb, then what will happen? The source of light energy that will try to enlighten that entire room, or the try to just blow that try to glow that lightning of that bulb, and it will glow the entire room. So that will be the one of the example of the emission. So in that way we are going to learn the emission of heat radiation. Means heat radiation, how does it impart and what's its history, we will learn now. So in 1792 the Prevost published a theory of radiation known as the exchange of heat. Means there was one scientist in 1792, Perry Prevost, published a theory about the radiation known as the theory of exchange of heat. Now according to this theory, all bodies are all at all temperature about 0 Kelvin. 0 Kelvin means, as you know, that if suppose I will give you one example. Suppose I have to convert the degree into Kelvin, then I will give you one example so the phenomenon will be clear to you. Suppose I have to convert the 10 degrees Celsius into the 1 Kelvin, then simply I have to add the 273 degrees Celsius to that particular temperature. I have to just add it to that 10 degrees Celsius, then the total will be 10 degrees Celsius plus 273 degrees Celsius. So there will be the 1 Kelvin, means 273 plus 10 is equal to what will be the value, means 283 will be the Kelvin value of that Kelvin of that 10 degrees Celsius. So like that, all bodies at all temperature above 0 Kelvin radiate thermal energy, and at same time they absorb radiation received from the surrounding. Means the bodies at that particular temperature, at all temperature, means about the 0 Kelvin, the radiate thermal energy, and at the same time they absorb the radiate received from the surrounding. Means the body will be receiving the radiations from the surrounding in which that atmosphere they are just lying in. So the amount of thermal radiation emitted per unit time depends on the nature of emitting surface. Means student, suppose that amount of thermal radiation emitted, suppose the particular body is emitting the radiation, so that amount through which it is radiating per unit time, it will depending on the nature of emitting surface. Means on which surface it is emitting, that surface will be matter for that extent of that thermal radiation which will be emitted. So it's an area and it's a temperature, so it will be depending on its emitting surface, its area, and its a temperature. So on which factor it depends on, we will discuss one by one after this part, so you will get it very easily. Now the hotter bodies radiate at a higher rate than the cooler bodies. Means the body which contains the higher temperature which will be radiating that heat energy at the higher rate than that of the cooler body. Means the cooler body radiating that heat radiations with the very low extent or with the very low rate. So thus light colored bodies reflect more of the visible radiation, whereas the dark colored bodies absorb most of the incident visible radiation. Means students, suppose there is the surface of the surface which is colored white, or the surface which is red, or you can say the surface which are like a glowing, means they glow, means they are very attractive, you can say. So on that surface, if you emit the radiation, then there will be maximum possibility that it will be reflect a lot, will be reflect most of the visible radiations. And suppose students, I have to emit the radiation over the surface which is covered with the black color, then it will be reflect very less, so there will be the maximum absorption because of that black color, as the black body is capacity to absorb all the radiation fall over it rather than the colored bodies. So this is the fact you have to keep in your mind, the concept of black body, that and how much capacity it has to absorb and how much capacity it has to reflect. We have already learned. If there is few phenomena related to this black body, then we will learn that definitely. Now, for a black body, absorbed radiation increases the kinetic energy. Means, so for a body absorbs radiation increases the kinetic energy of constituent atom oscillating about its mean position. Means students, the body absorbs, means the absorbed radiation increases the kinetic energy of the constituent atoms oscillating about their mean position. Now you have means we have already learned that the earlier that average translational kinetic energy determines the temperature of the body. The absorbed radiation therefore causes a rise in temperature of the body. Means students, suppose if I allow to emit that radiation, that having the sufficient amount of area, that surface, then what will happen, that surface will absorb 97% of the radiating emitted from that particular light source. It will be absorbed, so thus there will be rise in temperature of that particular body. So the body itself also radiates, therefore its energy decreases. Means the body on which the radiations has been allowed to fall will also emit the radiations itself. So there will be the possibilities that the body will lose its temperature because of radiation itself over the surrounding. Now if a body radiates more than absorbs, its temperature decreases and vice versa. Means suppose students, there is particular body A on which we are allowed to fall the radiations and it absorbs it, suppose it absorbs more, or body radiates more, suppose the 10% the radiations which we have allowed to fall over that particular body, and out of that the 6% it has emitted, then definitely there will be the decrease in temperature of that body. So when the rate of absorption of the radiation is same as the rate of emission of the radiation, the temperature of the body remains constant. Means students, suppose 100% is the emission of that body, means 100% of the emission will be over that particular surface, and the absorption will be the same. Means the amount of heat radiation or the energy radiation is equal to the amount of heat radiation radiated by that particular body will be same. Then there will be the constant temperature of that body. So neither it will just change, neither it will just increase, nor it will decrease. The temperature of that body will be remain constant. Thus, the temperature of the body will remain constant and the body is said to be in thermal equilibrium with its surrounding. So as we have learned the concept of thermal equilibrium, student, let me remind you that suppose body A and body B is there and we are hitting the body A only, then what will happen? The body will transfer the heat from the body A to the body B, means from the point of higher temperature toward the point of lower temperature. Then this exchange, means this transfer of heat from the body of A to body B will be continuous till the temperature of body A and body B will be same. Means when the temperature of body A and body B will same, then we can say that both the body, means body A and body B, are in thermal equilibrium with each other. So this is the same concept that we have introduced here between that body on which the radiating heat energy has been allowed to fall and the surrounding. Means these are the two bodies, and then this body will be comes in thermal equilibrium. So the students, a plate containing ice means suppose ice is there in the plate, so that the temperature of ice is less than the temperature of room, means the temperature of room is higher than that of the ice which is kept on that plate. Now the kept on table both attain the room temperature after after some time. At room temperature also bodies radiates as well as absorbs radiation, but the rate of emission and the rate of absorption are the same, hence their temperature remains constant. You can therefore infer that hot bodies would radiate more than the cooler bodies. My students, we have taken the example of the ice cube has been kept over the plate. Then what will happen? That ice will slowly start converted into the water. Why it is? What is the reason behind that? That the amount of heat energy that present over that present in that room will be heating that the ice cube, and thus the transfer of heat from the room temperature from the surrounding to that system to that ice cube will be start. So as that ice will start melting, will be converting into the water, as it will absorb the temperature from that room temperature, or the temperature of that room will be absorbed by that ice, and thus it will get converted into the water. And after the converting into the water, the transfer of heat from the surrounding, from the room to that water which has been converted from the ice, will be continuous. After that, after some time, that water will be emitting the heat energy for the bring into the thermal equilibrium. So this is the example that we have to consider. Now at room temperature, the thermal radiation corresponds to the wavelengths longer than those of the visible light, and hence we do not see them. Means students, we can say that the wavelength which belongs to the thermal radiations are longer. If you plot the graph of that wavelength of that thermal radiation, so you will get it longer wavelengths than that of the wavelength of that visible light. So hence we do not see them. So this is the fact that we are not able to see that thermal radiations due to the longer wavelength is the main reason. Now when the body is heated, the radiated energy corresponds to the shorter wavelength. Means as you will heat the particular body, then its wavelength will be shorter. So that's why you will be able to see that there will be the conversion of color. So as you will heating the particular body and keeps on heating, then that normal temperature will be raised to that particular temperature, so there will be the shorter wavelength of that body. So thus then we will be able to see it very easily than that of the body is at the lower temperature having the longer wavelength. So the body you will be heating will be at the shorter wavelength. That's what the reason that you will be see that particular object very easily. The student, the amount of heat radiated by a hot body will be depends on the four factors. Which of those we will see now. The first one is the absolute temperature of the body. Means the first factor on which the amount of heat radiated by the body will be depend on the absolute temperature of the body. Suppose the temperature of the body is less, then the body will be absorbing the radiate heat energy, and the temperature is more than the surrounding, then the body will be emitting the radiating heat energy. So it will be dependent on the absolute temperature of the body. And the second one factor is the nature of the body, that is material nature of surface, polished or not. Third one is surface area of the body, and the fourth one is time duration for which the body emits the radiation, that is T. So the amount of heat energy radiated, Q, is directly proportional to the surface area and the time duration T. It is therefore the convenient to consider the quantity of heat radiated per unit area per unit time. So this is defined as the emissive power or the radiant power R of the body at a given temperature T. Now, so this may be given as the radiating heat energy is equal to Q, means the amount amount of heat energy radiated upon the area of that surface into the time duration for which it has been radiated, that is R is equal to Q by AT, and the dimensions are L raised to 0, M raised to 1 and T raised to minus 3, and the SI unit is joule meter raised to minus 2 second raised to minus 1, or just Weber per meter square. So this is the part we have learned in this video. So the next part of this chapter we will learn in the next video. Thank you so much.